Welcome to the Roger Report live on the entertainment side. I am your host, Roger, and I am here with my main man, Jado. And we have just checked out the movie One Battle After Another. It was a very interesting film. And y'all, we do have a new rating system, and you'll be able to look at the bottom of the screen to see where we're going with this particular one. I'm going to say, yeah, this was a very interesting film. So I'm going to give this one a rating of, believe it or not, good. I'm gonna give this one a good. Okay. I do think this was a good movie. Okay. Jado, what say you, my brother? What say you?
Man, what's going on, Roger? Man, I agree. I will go with a good as well. It wasn't like this ultimate classic that you tell everyone about, but very interesting storyline. Something I would recommend to a friend or someone who wants to see a movie. But the storyline was interesting enough, captivated me, and kept me interested in seeing what was going to happen next.
All right. And to introduce the new rating system, y'all, so y'all kind of know what we're talking about as we say it, you can always go with trash, which means don't even worry about this one. You can have a mid movie, it was all right. Good, you really don't know what this means. And top notch, which is for excellent. So out of the four, we are both in agreement that this movie centers right at good. Now, I will say this: the storyline, I think they did a great job on that. But it was interesting. It was new to me, something I haven't seen. I haven't seen quite the storyline quite like this before, and you didn't really know where the movie was going as it started. So I kind of, I kind of rock with that. It seemed like it was going in one direction, then totally went into another one. So I can rock with that. I think they did a great job as far as the storyline that they came up with.
Yeah, I agree, Roger. Especially with like current times, current events, and stuff like that. They kind of tied it into stuff that's going on currently within social political scene of our country. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good, a good storyline.
Yeah. Now I will say this. Now I wasn't really feeling what direction they was really going in because you had this revolution that was, I guess that was supposed to be televised, but they didn't give to me, not enough of a background to really say what this revolution was really supposed to stand for. And I did hear them say, they wanted, lands without borders and whatnot. So to me, it just sounded like they wanted chaos, and people feet wasn't really to the fire in this one, man. I'm gonna say the organization kind of fell apart. What say you?
Hey, Roger, it was a couple of lines. The one of the main primary characters, Perfidia, Perfidia Beverly Hills.
Where get that name from? I don't know, but yeah, Perfidia Beverly. What the heck was that? But okay.
And you know what, man? I'm a nerd. I'm a half nerd, half crazy person, man. But I looked up. I was like, what does perfidia mean? Perfidia means treachery, faithlessness, or betrayal, man. So that was an interesting name for old girl, man. You know what I mean? And hey, she spoke a lot of like real meaningful lines in that movie, man. And what you just said about like their whole like what was the purpose, man? She said something in like probably towards the middle of the film, man. She said every revolution begins with fighting demons, and then they just end up fighting themselves, man. So that's what it was, bro. So I agree with what you said, man. They were kind of they had a direction, but really just like I said, just fell apart. Really, to be honest with
you, a revolution where no one stood on business.
Man, tell me about it, man.
Usually, you have a revolution. You got people willing to die for the cause. You got people with, and that's what I thought it was going in first. I thought this was they so serious about what they was doing. They out here robbing folks, no mask on. They ready to go to prison, or they ready to die on this hill. But
Hey,
that
but
ain't giving about nothing to these folks.
I mean, the Perfidia character, man, like she was like she was very, very, very sexual from the beginning, man. So it's like, yeah, man. I was like, is she focused on the revolution, or is she just trying to, get off, man?
Say, pick one. Pick the
Something,
revolution. Pick a dude. Yeah, she was all up in the face of these guys, and I just don't know, man. I mean, they presented it like well, his name was changed to Bob. They presented like the Leonardo DiCaprio person was like he was really the one for her, something like that. And then when she wanted to have sex before the explosion happened, I'm like, okay, so she just down for the call. She just down for men doing crazy stuff. That's what it seemed like to me, because what's his name? Was it Long? I can't remember what they call it. Oh, Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, yeah.
Colonel Lockjaw. He on his own separate mission. She want to have sex with that man. It's like, yeah, what were you really about? Was you just about action in general? You don't care where the chaos comes from? Or is you really about something to stand on? And my thing is, you didn't stand on anything because you sold out as quickly as possible.
I mean,
real talk.
Hey, that time before when after the baby was born that she had with, what was this? I don't know his original name. Or they called him Ghetto Pat or something.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio's character. And then he ended up being Bob something. Yeah, I forgot. But anyway, yeah, like she was telling him she was against men. She was a true feminist too, because she was like, he was caring for the baby. He had the baby in his hand that they had, well, allegedly they had together or whatever. And he had the baby in his hand, and she was like, yo, I'm for myself. That's what she said. She said, I am for something like that. Like,
she did
truly
say
a selfish lady. Yeah, it was just, she was really selfish, bro.
First. Yeah, I'm putting myself
first.
There you go. and
so she made it clear.
Even though you quote unquote riding for the cause, now that I had a baby, let me let you understand something, bro. You don't own me. You don't define me. You don't tell me where to be. You don't ask me where I'm going. So what if I just had a baby? We ain't no family.
I am for myself, man. She said it very clearly. So I think her intentions were put out there after a while, man.
Yeah, Jody. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna tell everything that's happening in the movie, but I think with this storyline was kind of ridiculous. I guess the best explanation was to kind of get away from things like she ended up doing. But I just think this is just a movie about a chick who was just crazy, who happened to be involved with a revolution. She was not a revolutionary herself. She was just a crazy chick who happens to be involved with a revolution because that's what she can get her crazy fix from. And, a lot of stuff went down for babies that don't even belong to you. That's all I can say. A lot of stuff went down for babies that don't even belong. And you know what I was thinking too? Without giving the audience too much, she ain't gonna tell them. That's what I was thinking the whole time when she first started picking up what was going on. She ain't gonna tell them.
Nah.
We just gonna let things be. But she ain't gonna tell them.
Nah, of course not.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little secret, man.
And I guess now she want to be a revolutionary like her mama was not, I guess.
I guess so, man. I don't know, man. Yeah. And then, it got to a point, when she got older or whatever, and she was bossing her her assumed dad. She was bossing him around quite a bit. Like she was like his mother figure in a way, man. Telling him not to smoke and drink and all that stuff, man.
Now I'm gonna say a lot of great stuff was happening because you can see the story of you can see the story of Lockjaw being clearly represented. Now he held on a little longer than what I thought he was going to be. He's a tough son of a gun. I just said he's a tough son of a gun. Now, but then you also start with the story of Willa, but you also kind of got the story of Perfidia. And I'm gonna say they told it in such a way that you get everybody's clear story without it feeling jumbled or anything feeling like it was being distracted from. I think it was just very well put together. Now, is it something to say, oh, I want to hurry up and run back and see this again? No, not really. But it's up there. It's up there. This is one of the better films of the year. I would say that one of the better films of the year.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I would recommend it for people to watch. You know what I mean? And yeah, I thought it was time well spent. The storyline, it kept you captivated. Like, hey, what's gonna happen next, man? So I thought it was cool.
Now I gotta say salute to them for the way they put this film together. Because truth be told, y'all, now I was just recommended to go see the movie. I never saw, was it a comedy? Was it a drama? Now it's listed as like a comedy/drama. I didn't know what I was seeing while I was in that theater. I was trying to figure out what kind of movie is this? Is this a comedy or is it a drama? Like what's going on? I was really trying to figure it out because I knew nothing about what I was going into when I saw this. But I'm gonna say fantastic job to everyone involved. The casting was great. I'm not gonna say the young lady who played Willa was. I ain't gonna say she was super memorable, but I'm open to seeing her in some more stuff. Everybody else though, fantastic job. They really played their roles. I'm gonna say that they really played their roles.
Did any one role stand out to you, Roger, or all of them were pretty good?
I mean, Lockjaw, that role was.
That's what I was gonna say, brother. Yeah,
Sean Penn did his thing.
He definitely did his thing. Old rugged guy, old rugged military guy, man. That's what kind of stood out to me.
Now I gotta say, now Leonardo he had a great change because like when he was, when he was first with him, he was whatever his real name was, whatever he was. But then when he's later on, when he's kind of went into Bob, you can see him as like two different kind of people. At least to me, you can see him as kind of like two different people. And Benicio del Toro, who played Sensei.
Oh yeah, that was a very good role he played, man. He was well connected, cool, calm. Even when the pressure was on, man, he'd be drinking a beer,
Yeah,
I like that guy,
man. He did his thing. The men were really strong in this one, Now I do like Regina Hall. I wanted to see a little bit more from Regina Hall. Not saying she did a bad job, just saying that I would have liked to see her role be a little bit bigger. But you can only fit so much into a film, so I get it. But overall, I think everybody kind of did good work, and I am curious about her name is Chase Infinity. I believe her name is her Hollywood name. I'm interested in seeing more from her. I would say that she didn't screw the pooch or nothing. she did a pretty decent job. She only had so much to work with as far as what her character range is, but I am interested in seeing more from her. She got me curious about it. I say that. I'm curious about what kind of film star she can be. So shout out to her.
Same here, man. Same here.
Okay. Well, I guess that's gonna be it from us on this one. So yeah, this is a good film. You'll definitely enjoy it. I'm pretty sure. Good is the proper rating, I do believe, because it could have been some other things, but we sticking with good, y'all. So any last words, my man, Jado?
No, just hey, people go check it out. And leave some comments. Leave some comments in the video. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you like this type of content, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, y'all. We'll be dropping a bunch of stuff real soon, so stay on the lookout. We will see y'all next time around. This is Roger. This is Jado, and we out.
Peace.